So I don't know if anyone has it on hand, but there is the iconic Anna Kasparian clip where she's like, I think she memed a little too close to the sun and made like not made fun of Hasan, but like was like, oh, if I knew that I could just stream video games and I'd be a millionaire, I would do that. Which obviously, it's not what happened, but if anyone has that clip, you're welcome to post it. It's just a boomer take. Yeah. I think it was like one of those half joking moments where you say it and you say that you're joking, but also you don't feel good. But also it hurts a little bit, which honestly I can understand and I can kind of respect, right? I get it. I get it. But all of this discourse has made a resurgence because some Twitter user, which by the way, it's only 800 likes, made this post. What is it? No, not this. We're not there yet, Colonel Dumplings. 1 second. We have to start at the beginning. Like any good story, we start at the beginning. So this person screen grabbed or whatever, clipped a part of the Young Turks.
I know that Francesca Fiorentini is currently attacking you about this as if Donald Trump is unique. He's novel compared to past presidents, certainly a special kind of evil that we've never seen before. In her mind, these are the gulags that she was warning about. But in fact, this has been a longstanding practice. You can be against that practice, but Donald Trump isn't doing anything new here.
Yeah, so I'm going to address it. I think that the clip that Francesca's using is misleading and totally out of context, but that's okay. But I know that—
No, it's not okay.
And this is talking about by the way, this is the clip where Francesca, it's a really funny clip, where Francesca says like, dude, Trump's going to put migrants in camps. And he's like, are you serious? He's not going to put people in camps. And then it plays like the show, yes, Curb Your Enthusiasm music. And then it puts on the screen, and then on the screen appear like multiple headlines showing that Trump is wants to put migrants in camps in Guantanamo Bay.
You want to have a beer with people who want to put people in mass deportation camps. They want to deport.
You think we're going to get put in camps? You sound all right.
No, it's not okay. That dishonesty is not okay.
Yeah,
but continue. Go ahead.
I hear you. I hear you. I don't mean to.
But she's getting the likes that she wants, right? Otherwise, I mean, who would pay attention to anything she's doing if she's not attacking TYT? But anyway, continue, Jane.
Yeah. All right.
Which is even Jenk seems a little uncomfortable. Yeah. So from this, Emma Vigeland correctly noted, gotta love the performative piousness of poly-market populists coming for ally and movement partner Fran. Excuse me. Let me drink some water. What am I doing? I have water for a reason. Movement partner Fran because she posted Jenk's own words coming from his mouth. Go back to your roots, ranking celebrity camel toes. Get your clicks that way as the rest of us oppose fascism. Which is a pretty brutal statement to make. I will say, pretty brutal, pretty brutal. And Anna Kasparian responded saying, I remember Emma telling me, verbatim, I never have to work a day in my life if I don't want to because of how wealthy her family is. Your mom threw a nice little fundraiser for Senator Gillibrand in 2019, right? I get why you're so attached to a party that fucked over the working class over and over again. So I don't really expect her to understand what it's like to live in a neighborhood that's been overrun with criminals due to policies she preaches in the name of gaining social capital. Social capital. Fran did a hatchet job on Cenk, even though he was kind enough to waste his time going on her show in the name of openness and understanding. I knew he was making a mistake. These people aren't interested in building any coalition. They're not open to understanding anything. They don't even give a shit about winning policy goals. Literally, the worst thing Cenk ever did was open the company up to these people. They came in, leached off of what he built, and turned on him for the clout the first second that they could. Also, tell me, Emma, since taking a sponsor is so unacceptable to you and the 4-person company you work for, how many of the dozens of employees at the Young Turks should Cenk lay off to appease your judgmental ass? Tell us. A sponsor, and it's Peter Thiel. I mean, I'm gonna say this statement again, the classic. Maybe if your company can't exist if minimum wage raises or rises to a level that allows people to live in the cities they work in, your company shouldn't exist. Maybe if you can't run a leftist show without taking Peter Thiel money, you shouldn't be running a leftist show or pretending like you're running a leftist show. Like, what? Huh? And I think Emma responded, which we'll look at that thread in a second. She responded saying, "This is what you're just like literally lying about me now. Just all of this is lies." But someone else responded saying, "At least she's doing the work. Weren't you jealous of Hasan?" And she said, "Hasan is a slave to his audience. I've never seen a man more terrified of the people who watch his streams. I would never be jealous of that." And for anyone who hasn't seen it, I guess like ones if you've never seen this clip, twos if you have seen this clip. But she's talking about this clip.
Just Be Anti-Racist says, speaking of mainstream shows, Jen Cannon, did you know Jimmy Kimmel featured one of Hasan's tweets on last night's show?
I know, everyone loves Hasan. He's super famous and rich. We got it.
That bit just broke out of nowhere.
No, it's just, I get it. Like, no, I know, it's super salty. I love Hasan. I'm actually really happy for him. But, like, I also reflect on my own career and feel like a massive failure sometimes. So I don't, like, and not to, that, I don't want that to make you feel bad about yourself. I'm not able to, you think the fucking New Yorker is gonna write a fucking glowing profile about me? Are you fucking kidding me? No, of course not. Of course, like, anyway, I guess I do care a little bit about it.
Yeah, apparently.
Like, oh, yeah. Anyway, like, why the fuck didn't I just play video games? Why the fuck didn't I just play video games? Maybe I'd be a fucking millionaire if I did that. God damn it. Spilled my drink.
Well, you did spill some tea. Let's get her some Too Strong coffee, okay?
All right. Sorry, Craig.
All right, guys. So, as you can tell, we're unfiltered and we're real. So, by the way, even though he's my nephew, no, I didn't see that. Anna keeps on top of that stuff 1,000 times more than I do. Haas never, like...
This is like a scene from a
Haas
TV
and I
show.
text every once in a while, and we see each other at family dinners, and that's it.
Stop sending me stuff about Haas, Tom Hank. Doesn't make me feel good about myself. God damn it.
I love Haas. I love Haas's success.
I do too. I want to be successful. Here, I gotta clean this up before it like causes a circuit.
All right,
to...
we're out of time. We're out of everything. Okay. Look, media's funny, and it even affects us.
God damn it.
Okay, man, this thing's a goddamn mess. We gotta go off to IR, but I hate saying this. But we're 20 times larger than Hasan. But since he's on Twitch and he's big there, they're like, Hasan, and he's hot.
He works for himself, man. That's why. Right. Like, we gotta be a big network. Blah blah blah. God damn it.
Salt queen. Okay. Anyways, apparently we gotta.
The clip just is funny.
Go. The studio's a mess. We love.
That was messy. That was messy. Listen, it's okay. Everybody has messy moments, okay? Everyone has messy moments. All right? It's okay. Everyone's allowed to have one messy moment. That's okay. It's the doubling and tripling down that's so weird. It's really bizarre. Because recently, she, continued this conversation where she says, Hasan is a slave to his audience. I've never seen a man more terrified than the people who watch his streams. I would never be jealous of that. This guy tagged Hasan and said, Anna's taking shots at you. And she said, I sure am. You fucking suck, Haas. You treat your family like garbage when they're unbelievably good to you. That's what scum does. Oh, post the clip, Denim, this one? This is so mean. Like, I don't know, maybe,
Just be anti-racist.
maybe I'm wrong, but like, isn't this a really mean thing to say? Calling him a scum? When like, the most insane thing to me about this is Hasan does a really good job moderating his community. Like, he does a pretty damn good job moderating a massive community. He did an insanely good job trying so hard to defend Ethan Klein, even when Ethan Klein was actively taking shots at everyone in Hasan's community. And he's done the same for Anna for forever. And it's like, I don't know what it is. I think it actually, it straight up is like Hasan derangement syndrome. There's just something about him that just makes people really mad. That just makes people really, really pissed. I just, don't worry. We're gonna get into the next tweets. We're gonna get into the next tweets. Don't worry. It's the eyebrows. Why is she going at him again? Because she's responding to some random Twitter user that got mad. Like, everybody knows you don't respond to random Twitter users. You don't respond to them. It was a conversation between, where Emma took shots at something that Anna Kasparian said, because Anna Kasparian was taking shots at Fran, and Emma defended Fran. Anna went in on Emma, calling her a rich girl that doesn't know anything. And then this random Twitter user, weren't you jealous of Hasan? And then she just started crashing out. And then, and then, she said this. She's responding to random Twitter users again. 380 followers. Saying, this guy said, you literally complained on air about how much money he makes just playing video games. The jealousy is palpable. And she said, I made a joke once about how I'd like to just play video games and make millions, and these morons took it literally. Okay, was it a joke though? Because we have the clip. I would rather scrub toilets than be Hasan. No! Oh, I would hate to be rich and famous and have crazy reach and be able to contact DNC members easily. And I would, oh, that would suck. Yeah. He's glued to a computer for 8 hours a day, placating an audience I know for a fact that he hates. Maybe don't open up to family about things when you plan on trashing them later, Haas. Okay, so what I don't understand is, where is she getting this from? Where is this section coming from? When has he trashed her? What? She's saying Hasan trashes Chad at family dinner? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying at the end, she's claiming she's trashing Hasan because he, what is it called? He is trashing her. Don't open up to family about things when you plan on trashing them later. She's saying, well, maybe you shouldn't have opened up to me if you were going to shit on me later. But he didn't. Where is? When has he done this? I mean that genuinely. Like, if there is a clip, let me see it. Let me see it, please. Genuinely, if there's a clip of him doing it, of him criticizing her in a way that was unfair, I would love to see it. You're allowed to criticize the people that are in your camp. If anything, that's like kind of part of becoming or being a leftist. The closest thing I can think of is like her insanely transphobic takes that he pushed back on like a normal human being. Well, that's good though. It's good. If I went online and I said something transphobic, I want people to be like, "Are you fucking stupid?" Yes, good. Tell me I'm wrong. Oh my God. I don't want to be repeating transphobic talking points and not knowing any better. I would appreciate if people did it in a nice way, but I understand why it would upset some people and why they would respond in a harsh way. And the thing is, there were lots of people that did it in a nice way. Nice in this context would be like, hey, I feel like maybe you're watching weird videos or something. This is like made up. This is nonsense. This isn't real. Here's some sources, blah, blah, blah. I hope this helps. Okay, so I wanted to talk about sort of chat. Like you can tell how much he hates them when they walk up to him in the streets. I know it's both sad and hilarious. Can I just say one thing really quickly? Like that's just like you can tell she missed the sarcasm. I don't even know if that person is being sarcastic. That's like just being a little awkward sometimes. Because it's kind of a crazy phenomenon that you get on a stream, get on the internet, you talk about some stuff, and then these people really like you. Like it's a very weird thing. And it is a little like awkward, I think. Or if you're a little socially anxious, it can be a little bit awkward. And I feel like when you watch Hasan interact with like random fans, it seems very similar to like Hasan interacting with like even like Caroline sometimes. I feel like that's just how he acts in person. Like, what? It's just 127 things. I'm not even claiming ableism or anything like that. I'm just saying like I'm socially awkward. I have social anxiety. People walking up to me, I've probably been really awkward to at least a handful of people. And if you were one of those people, I'm sorry. When I met him, he was a little awkward, but was definitely very kind. Yeah. Being a good streamer and being effective in like garnering an audience or whatever doesn't mean that you have like perfect social skills in real life. In fact, I have known people who are so charismatic and so funny. They just have an aura about them. I don't mean in like the crystal mommy way. I mean like in the way that the word aura is usually used, where they're just, when they speak, you want to listen. And you feel listened to, and it's just a great experience. But when they try to stream, it doesn't communicate the same way. Because those are two totally different, I guess like skill sets, right? So, and then can I just say, there is like this, wait, I want to organize my thoughts in my brain. Hold up, I have to rotate these objects in my brain. Also, there's a stream mode and yeah. The other thing too is like you're only ever going to be able to see Hasan interacting with fans on stream, not ever actually Hasan interacting with fans not on stream unless you personally are there. And there is something that's like very stressful about having people you don't know on camera because you don't know what they're going to do. Like someone might pull up and be like, "Oh, I'm such a fan," and then just start screaming the N-word or some shit, some crazy shit. So you're kind of always a little on edge when the stream is on. But like there is, okay, let's do the long version, then I'll do the short version. Actually, let's do the short version, then I'll do the long version. Short version is a streamer's relationship with chat is complicated. Okay. Long version, there is this one of the segments from one of Bo Burnham's shows. I think it was the last show that he did before he went on hiatus for a while, where he talks about how he loves being a stand-up comedian and he loves his job and he loves entertaining people, but he also feels a pressure to entertain and he feels a pressure to give people what they want while still being who he is authentically. And I feel that on like a fundamental level. And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of other content creators feel that on a very fundamental level. Because there is a desire to just like go dicko mode, dude. Just sometimes you just want to get pissed at stupid shit that's happening, right? But also you know that like I have to relax and like also this isn't productive. Also like I need to chill. So a good example would be, I've seen sometimes when leftist streamers put Philip DeFranco on the stream, so many people are like, ugh, this liberal. Ugh, this liberal. And it's like, it's very infuriating to be like, dude, guys, you're putting an insane standard on this person. And yes, he could be a liberal, or sorry, yes, he is a liberal. But do you know what it takes for a liberal to get on their show and be pro-Palestine? Someone who takes sponsors, someone who is capable of being mainstream and also doesn't actively shit on Hasan. Skill issue. Shut the fuck up, Jordan. Shut up. And there's like this constant sort of push and pull with chat where you will have a lot of experiences where it's very frustrating, where it's almost like perplexing on why you have to even explain something, but you can't just fucking scream at people. You have to explain it like, you know, a normal person would, right? You have to be like, no, it's fine, chill. And that's going back into like, chat just can be very infuriating. Sometimes it's not even like good chatters either. Sometimes it's just like too many annoying debate bros in chat. Sometimes it's too many annoying conservatives in chat. And sometimes it's just like too many annoying leftists in chat, like the woke of the day leftist in chat. And those streams are infuriating. And I've complained about it. I've been like, dude, I tried to explain this thing and I got so mad and I was just pissed. I was like, how are you not understand? Why is this difficult? Why? Like, I'm not I'm not even gonna lie, okay, guys? There is super parasocial behavior between the streamer and the chatter, okay? I banned a chatter, and I've been wanting to ban this chatter for a while. I'm not gonna say their name, but they're banned now. I've been wanting to ban them for a while, but they've been following for like 3 years. But they're so fucking annoying. I fucking hate it when they type. And I'm like, but they're not like a bad person, so I shouldn't ban them. And they just like they pissed me off too hard one day. And I was like, no, that's it, no more. And I banned them. Because I remember chatters. I remember chatters. Was it me? Yes, it was you. They're still banned, by the way. And I am so parasocial. I was like, let me see if they put in the unban request a day later, and they didn't. And I was like, yeah, whatever. You know what? I don't even care that you didn't put in your unban request. And then I complained to my IRL friends about it. I was like, this chatter is they come to my chat. I'm trying to have a productive conversation about this topic. And they're like, I say a great explanation, and everybody else understood the explanation. And then they just wrote no. What do you mean no? You can't just no Omega lol. What? That's not a response. So anyways. All of that is to say, yes, chat sometimes can be very infuriating. And just because you complain to people about chat being very infuriating sometimes, what are you in love with this chatter? No, it's that like, it's very infuriating to feel like you've explained something to the best of it. It's like talking to a conservative. You explain something perfectly. You do like the Patrick Star wallet meme, and they're still at the end of it. They're like, no, that's not my wallet. It's like, and like hatred and love are two sides of the same coin. Where they cause very strong emotions. And I was so mad about it. I was so mad. Anyways, all of that is to say, it doesn't suddenly make all of the good things about streaming magically disappear. Just because sometimes there's annoying things that happen, there's annoying chatters, there's annoying conservatives, there's annoying woke of the days, it doesn't suddenly make all of the positive things about chat disappear, right? Occasionally you get one guide and that sucks, but most of the time you're having a great experience. I mean, that's been my experience. And I think most other streamers would agree that that's their experience. Where most of the time, like 95% of the time, you're having a great time and you get to enjoy something with a bunch of people who are all tuning in and everyone's chatting and having a good time. And then sometimes you get one guide and you're having a terrible time. And just because you complain about the instances where you get one guide doesn't suddenly mean you hate all of the other aspects. My evidence for this, by the way, is that there are, I would say, two types of successful streamers. And when I'm defining success, I mean like top 1% of Twitch streamer success. So like streamers who consistently get above like 10K viewers, right? Where those streamers, after you hit that point, you're kind of too big to fail. And it's almost impossible to like lose relevancy unless you actively try to. So you can spend most of your time doing kind of whatever. And you don't have to stream 7 days a week. And there are a lot of popular streamers that after they hit a certain level of popularity, they were like, actually, I don't want to spend my whole life in front of a camera streaming. Actually, I want to have other things that I do. I like streaming. I don't like it that much. I don't like it so much that I want to spend almost all of my time streaming. Ludwig, Austin, or even like Myth, good example. Even like someone like, actually, I don't know how many hours Forsen streams, but like Moon I think is another good example. Pokey's another good example where they like streaming. They actually, I would even argue they love streaming. But after you reach a certain level of success, it's like, I've been doing this for like 2, 3, 4 years. I'm down to start taking 3 days off. I'll stream 5 days a week, 5 hours a day, 4 days a week. I'm going to work a reasonable amount, which is good enough to continue to like, gun. That's a reasonable amount to like maintain my audience, continue to do what I like, but it gives me enough time away that I get to do other things in my life. When you're at the point where you are streaming 7 days a week, 10 hours a day, you love streaming. You are addicted to streaming. Like, I know for a fact I am not addicted to streaming. I love streaming. I need time away from stream. I have a lot of other things that I love to do almost as much. Right? Like putting together cosplays or whatever. That's really fun for me. That's about as much fun or close to as much fun as streaming. I am not like hyper fixated exclusively and only on streaming. Grinding Marvel Rivals is not love. Yes. Whereas like Hasan is addicted. You don't stream that much unless you absolutely love doing it. But even things you love, you are going to have bad days. Like you could love hockey and you'll have a bad day. What, I don't know what, you play a hockey game and then you have a bad hockey game in that context, right? I think Hasan would feel bad if he doesn't stream. Well, yeah. Which he's talked about, right? He's talked about how it's like, when on days where he's not live, he feels like he should be live. Average streamer streams 365 days a year. Factoid, actually statistically error. Average person streams 0 days per year. 127 Hasan, who lives in cave and streams over 10,000 hours each day, is an outlier and should not have been counted. Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, it's also like, this is actually a point that's very self-evident. You don't do something for that much, for that long, unless you are addicted and you love doing that. That's just literally true. Why the fuck is she being so hateful? I don't know. She's gone her Fox era, I guess. I've had the most wholesome interactions with him in person. I mean, yeah, I think it's pretty nice.
You don't understand. Dingbo Chat is holding a gun off screen, forcing Hasan to do 8+ hours. This is why he streams even on vacation in Japan. We have the only gun in the country.
See, this is what I mean. Okay, this is what I mean. Yeah, every once in a while you get like shitty chatters that fucking cause you psychic damage, but for every shitty chatter, there's like 10 or 20 chatters that constantly will be funnier than you have ever been in your entire life. It's also not like if she wasn't on the computer for 8 hours, she's just not streaming it. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just waiting for the why I left the left moment. Yep. I agree. I agree. I agree. Hasan is on the substance. If he stops streaming, he'll explode. Yeah. 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 Uh-huh. She quiet quit the left. Yeah. So anyways, I just wanted to highlight that because I just don't, it's just weird. It's just weird. It's so weird. It's so weird. I just don't understand. I've always been a believer of, or I guess, yeah, I came out of the womb being a believer. At some point in my life, when I was younger, I was a believer of like rising tide lifts all boats. And I don't understand people who think that like it has to be this like rat race grind where you have to have the crabs in a bucket mentality. Whereas in my experience, when the left is doing well, I'm doing well. I don't need to like fight to get ahead. I just can do well for myself when everybody else is also doing well.
You're my comfy streamer. Love.
Oh, thanks. Leftism about raising the floor for everyone's material condition? Yeah. A rising tide cannot lift a capsized boat. No. Oh, God. Yeah, I don't understand. It's just very bizarre to me. I think it's just that she feels like she has to double, triple, quadruple down or whatever. And that's why she's doing this. Emma also responded to her statement, Anna Kasparian basically saying, you're a rich girl and you don't actually know anything about what you talk about. And Emma responded and she said, this is clearly a lie and it is not my reality. She also says Majority Report did paid ads for the Harris campaign. It never happened. By the way, who did the Young Turks sell their email list to? I knew it was a matter of time before Anna distorted our private conversations for her own agenda. It's all she's got. And yeah, like what's the own here? Emma's rich, so she and couldn't work and still does what she does isn't really an own, even if it's true. So I mean, I'm gonna believe Emma over Anna here. I haven't been given a reason to believe that Emma would lie about stuff, but I have been given a reason that Anna would. Or at least misconstrue or misrepresent events, right? Check the timestamp. 11:42 p.m. February 1st. Ooh. 7 a.m. February 2nd. But like, even if that was true, let's say Emma's rich. What's the dunk? She's rich and she spends all of her free time advocating for the left and spends her time working to push for common people. Like, what's the own here? Huh? I don't, this is like when people are like, Bernie has more than one home. What do you expect? What do you think my answer is going to be to that? That I think he should stop doing what he does because he has more than one home? I don't understand. You're getting old when 11 p.m. is considered late, guys. I try to go to bed at 9. I'm fucked. Okay, the Anna Kasparian saga continues, guys. For better or for worse. Oh no. Oh no. Anna Kasparian responded with this fucking long ass fucking essay, typing, chatting ass Andy thing, saying, Emma, you should probably be open about the Harris campaign's ad buy on the Majority Report too. Maybe that's why you were cheering so hard for a woman who shooed away any left-wing activists who wanted to ask her legitimate questions about her foreign policy in the Middle East, which is not true. This is not even, it's just lying. Like, we're just straight up lying now. I mean, Emma Vigeland has been one of the first people to say, good, keep protesting, do not stop. Force her to answer these difficult questions. But anyways, Sam Cedar, you've lost your mind. Oh no, what a fucking nightmare, dude. Dude, have you guys seen what Steven Crowder looks like recently? You don't fuck with Sam Cedar, man. It doesn't do good things to you. Steven Crowder is actively experiencing twink death. Have you seen him at the deposition recently? I'll show you guys, okay? Let me just show you guys really quickly. Here's Steven Crowder when he was a failed actor comedian, okay? Not the twinkiest, but we all agree. Within range. Okay? All right, just barely within twunk. Yes. Did you guys see what he looked like at the deposition? It's not even, honestly, it's the unkempt beard and the eye bags that are really that are sending me. And it's like okay. I'm gonna say this in a nice way, okay? All right. You guys should know what your face shape is, and if you grow facial hair, you should be careful not to just let the facial hair grow out and let your hair go up, because your head looks like just like the longest rectangle. It's not good. It's not good, okay? And once it gets to this point, all right, when it gets to this point, you know someone's stressed. He looks like he's been in hiding. He literally looks like he's been spending time in Saddam Hussein's hiding spot. Okay? Like, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad, okay? No. You're only allowed to look like this. You were only allowed to look like this sort of after COVID, or like during COVID lockdowns. All right? That was it. That was the only time. Oh man. Fuck, dude. Anyways, you don't fuck with Sam Cedar, man. Bad. I gotta close this tab. I can't reopen this. I gotta close it down. Sorry. Jump scare. Sorry. Okay, anyways. Uh-oh. So it continues. Malek said, you might be wondering why you don't remember seeing a Harris ad on our show. That's because we hit it. Play this backwards and you can hear Kamala is brat every 45 seconds. Much harder for a journalist to point to than say this. How the Harris campaign told us to place the ads. Let me see that.
And then you know that cute little tuneless song the characters sing? Play it backwards.
We're trapped! Loop is a madman, help us, save us! Loop is a madman, help us, save us!
A cry for help.
Will Flip do that to Mom and Dad?
Definitely. And then you know that cute...
No, dude. No, man, no. Oh, Anna, stop. Stop posting through it. Anna Kasparian needs to stop posting through it, dude. You need to stop. Please. I'm begging you. This is your lawyer. Stop. Although I will say, for a very long time, I mean, I'm always in belief of like rehabilitation, okay? And I'm always I always feel like you can save yourself from the brain rot. But like, fuck, dude. I don't even know if this is salvageable anymore. Like, let's say she went on an apology tour. I think, like, dude, calling Hasan scum when he hasn't done anything to you. Oh, I think the farthest that he went was saying, yeah, you're kind of engaging in transphobia by pushing this, like, birthing person narrative. Which was correct. She called him scum? Yes. 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 I don't know why. I literally... You can go to her page right now. You fucking suck, Haas. You treat family like garbage when they're unbelievably good to you. That's what scum does. Denims, what are you talking about? Hasan is a serial liar. Do you know how many gaming later streams I sat through and got no fucking gaming in the end? Caught. I stopped putting marbles in my title because I was like, oh yeah, I don't want to let the people down again. I don't want to be a weasel little liar. I don't want to be a weasel little liar.